Today, we're diving into a quiet but absolutely critical battle that shaped the internet as we know it. The fight over how computers talk to each other. It's a classic story, really. You have this established, powerful standard, and then this nimble newcomer comes along and changes the game. Understanding this story, it helps explain why your apps feel so fast and seamless. Let's get into it.
Think about it. It's a huge problem. For your favorite app to pull up the weather, or for two banks to process a transaction, they need a common language. They need some kind of digital Rosetta Stone. And for a long time, two major contenders have been fighting for that top spot. So let's rewind a bit. We're in the mid-90s. The internet is starting to get serious, moving out of universities and into big business. And these corporations needed a super reliable, official way to exchange really complex information. The solution that came out of this was powerful, highly structured, and backed by all the biggest names in tech. And that solution was XML, or Extensible Markup Language. Its whole mission was to bring order to the chaos. It uses a system of opening and closing tags, you've probably seen something similar in HTML, to describe not just the data, but the meaning and the structure behind that data. And this quote right here, this is the key to understanding XML's DNA. It wasn't built for just simple little data points. No, it was designed to represent complex, structured documents. We're talking about things like a legal contract, a multi-page invoice, or a detailed technical manual. Stuff with sections, subsections, and all sorts of metadata. XML was built for that kind of complexity. And because of these strengths, XML became the undisputed heavyweight champion of the enterprise world. It was strict. It can check data against a predefined rulebook called a schema to make sure every single piece of information was correct and complete. Now, if you're in a critical industry like finance or healthcare, that kind of reliability isn't just nice to have, it's everything. It was the battle-tested veteran for big, complicated systems.
But then, the web changed. Big time. The late 2000s hit, and suddenly there's this explosion of fast, interactive web and mobile apps. These new kinds of applications needed to send data back and forth really quickly, without all the formal baggage of the old veteran. The stage was officially set for a challenger.
And the difference in how they started is, well, it's pretty telling. You have XML, which was this top-down creation, designed by a formal committee and pushed by huge corporations. And then you have JSON, which was a total grassroots solution. It was popularized by a developer, Douglas Crockford, and it grew right out of JavaScript, the very language that was making the web come alive. And here it is, our challenger, JSON. Its structure couldn't be simpler, really. It's just key-value pairs, kind of like a dictionary. But the crucial part, the absolute game changer, is that this format is native to JavaScript. A web browser doesn't need a complicated manual to read it, it just gets it, instantly. This quote just nails the fundamental shift. See, while XML was built for documents, JSON was built for data objects, the exact kind of thing programmers are working with all day, every day. It just fit the way they thought. It made building things way faster and a whole lot more intuitive. And all of this led to some very clear advantages for this new wave of web development. JSON was way less wordy, which meant smaller files and faster load times. It was simpler for a human to just look at and understand, and it was much quicker for a computer to process. So for developers building those fast, modern apps, the choice was becoming a real no-brainer. Okay, so we've got the veteran and the challenger in the ring. How did this actually play out in the real world? Well, this is where the differences get really stark, especially in the world of APIs. Those are the gateways that let different applications talk to each other. Okay, just look at this. It's the same exact data represented in two different ways. You can immediately see how, well, wordy XML is. Every single piece of data needs an opening tag and a closing tag. JSON just uses a key and a value. It's cleaner, it's more direct, and it uses way fewer characters to say the exact same thing. And all those extra characters, they really add up. On average, a JSON file is just so much smaller than the same data in XML. And in a world of mobile data plans where every kilobyte counts, sending less data over the network is a massive win. It means lower costs and, more importantly, a much snappier experience for you, the user. So, when you put it all together, the performance gap becomes crystal clear. JSON is easier for developers to read, it's smaller to send over the internet, and it's faster for computers to process. For the high-speed, high-volume world of modern web APIs, JSON just flat out pulled ahead.
But look, this isn't a simple story about one technology killing another. It's really a story about evolution. XML wasn't bad, not at all. It was just built for a different time and for a different set of problems. The real lesson here is about always choosing the right tool for the job you have right now.
And trust me, XML is far from dead. In a lot of big corporate environments, its strengths are still absolutely essential. When you need that bulletproof validation for complex, document-like data, or you have to plug into older legacy systems, XML is often still the best and sometimes the only choice. But for the huge majority of modern applications, the websites, the mobile apps, the microservices that are being built today, JSON is the reigning champion. There's no contest. Its blend of speed, simplicity, and developer friendliness has made it the undisputed king of the modern web.
So, there you have it. JSON won the data duel for the web because it was simply a better fit for what the web had become. But technology never, ever stands still. New things like GraphQL are already popping up to solve some of JSON's limitations, like letting apps ask for only the specific data they need. And it leaves us with a really fascinating question. As our applications keep evolving, what will the next great data translator even look like?